you got 30 years to work. All right. If in 30 years I can't get rich, then what the am I doing on this damn planet? So let's jump into this. I've got a question here. I got an email, and we'll answer this. This is from Mason. He says, I've been subscribed for a little while and really enjoy your channel. I've been studying economics in the stock market for a couple of years as a side hobby, and I'm really convinced that my retirement fund will be literally worthless by the time I retire in 30 years from hyperinflation, a crash, change to different world reserve currency, whatever. I'm thinking it would be smarter to close my retirement account and put the money into assets like property, gold, and or crypto. If not, close it, take out at least the principal so I don't have to pay any taxes on it. It's a Roth IRA. Any thoughts on just shooting from the hip? I won't take it as financial advice, and I release you from all liability and won't sue you, blah, 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 LOL. So it's not financial advice, obviously. But yeah, so some interesting things here to think about in terms of retirement accounts. I've made a video on this in the past, but here's really my big thoughts on the whole thing. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Certainly inflation seems like a very high possibility. I did some videos talking about the charts and showing the money supply increases and the ridiculous spending. Fiat currencies are subject to inflation because the government can just print more money, literally can print more money and does print more money. And there's no accountability for that. So it's basically just theft. It's just taxation, just watering down what you have. Just imagine like if you had a beer and it was half a beer and someone just poured water in it. Okay. It's not the same. It's watered down, right? Your money, you're holding money in the bank. The government prints more money. You have less of it. Whatever they tell you, you have less of it. Even if they give you some of it, they're giving you less. They're giving you watered down money. Okay. That's exactly how inflation works. So with that said, my whole thing, regardless of what happens, is that some of you guys, it's fine. Like, okay, if you're going to work a regular job, if you're going to do the whole, normal 9 to 5 thing for the next 30 years, retire at like 65 or 70, whatever, probably 70. Let's be realistic. And you want to put your money in a 401k or retirement plan or whatever, and just, whatever, go ahead. I don't care. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, fine, go ahead. It's not optimal. You're not going to like become rich. Okay. You're just going to maybe survive. Right. And maybe you'll get screwed. Maybe inflation and stuff will make the value worth nothing. I don't know. Somehow the government will take care of you though. I mean, you're not going to be homeless living on the street. Like you're going to get some money. You're going to get some handouts. The next generation will pay for it. Billionaires will pay for whatever taxation. You're going to be fine. You're not going to be great, but you're going to be fine. All right. So, that's not the future I want. Okay. That's not the future I set myself up for. My whole thinking, all right, you can have a different thinking if you want, but my whole thinking is let's say you're 20 or so, okay, or even 30, right? You got 30 years to work. All right. If in 30 years I can't get rich, then what the am I doing on this damn planet? Like I'm okay with saying, all right, if I can't get rich in 30 years, then I guess I'll take whatever I get. Okay. So that's a lot of time. Like if you're really set on this. So the reason why I don't like retirement plans is because I don't want a backup plan. I'm putting all my eggs into the basket of getting rich. And see, having a backup plan, it hamstrings you because you have divided goals, right? So if you take money and you put it into a retirement account, even you're like, oh, well, company matching, tax advantages, blah, blah, blah. I get it, but it's still resources that you could be directing towards your main goal in life, towards investing in your business, towards investing in yourself, towards investing in property, okay? And actually becoming rich, let's not even say rich, let's just say financially independent, wealthy, okay? What I call in the Bulldog Mindset membership, the well that never runs dry. I've got a whole lesson in the Bulldog Mindset membership. If you haven't joined, you should definitely join, even just for this one lesson on the well that never runs dry. It's the most important life lesson that you probably will find financially in life, because I teach you how to build true financial independence, how I do it, how I create this well of income that I'm constantly able to drain and constantly be able to live at a high level of living. Although I'm pretty Spartan, but I have that money available. I can fly first class. I can do all those things because I've calculated. So the well that never runs dry. $7 for the first month Bulldog Mindset membership. Go check out. Plus a huge community of guys. I put videos every week. There's a ton of stuff. So just go check out the sales page. You can see everything about it. But I don't want to waste too much time talking about that. So anyway, my whole thinking, all right, is based on the idea that when you want to achieve a goal, you should really put it all into that goal, right? Because that gives you the greatest chance of success, right? And so, the example I always use is jumping across this ditch. When I was a kid, I lived in South Carolina, there was this graveyard this Indian graveyard we used to go to, and there's this big ditch in the woods that you had to jump across. Sometimes there was some planks across, but most of the time the workers like in the housing area would take away the planks, and you'd have this like 10-foot ditch, okay? And I remember as a kid running to that ditch, running as hard as I could, and then your instinct is to start to slow down as you get close to the edge, and then you jump and then you fall in, okay? What you want to do is you want to run as hard as you fucking can and commit to it and jump as hard as you can, and then you got the best chance of making it across the pit. It's the same thing. When I think about, like, if you're like, I want to become financially successful, I want to become financially independent, wealthy, I want to become a millionaire, okay? That's like running across that pit. Okay. This is like running to that pit. And then you're like, oh, but just in case I'm going to put money in my 401k or my retirement plan because it's tax advantage or whatever, it's like slowing down before you jump in the pit. Now, if you have enough jumping ability, can you jump across the pit even slowing down? Of course you could, but wouldn't you rather be running as fast as you can? Wouldn't you rather give yourself the best chance, right? Because what happens when you fall in the pit? Well, financially, when you fall in the pit, it means that you don't become rich, and now you have to rely on the backup plan, which you didn't fully commit to that either because you didn't put everything you could into that. Okay, or maybe you did, I don't know. But it's not good. It's not a good plan, right? So I'd rather you fully commit to things. Read the book from my friend MJ DeMarco, The Millionaire Fastlane. Go check that book out. In fact, in the Bulldog Mindset membership, I have a book summary on that. I'm going to get MJ back on the channel here. He's releasing a new book. I'm going to get him on the channel, maybe get him in the membership as well to do a live Q&A or something like that. But guys, this is what it comes down to. I can't predict the future. I can't tell you, is inflation going to happen? I mean, inflation will happen. There, I can tell you that one. Will hyperinflation happen? I don't know. All right, will cryptocurrency go up or down? I don't know. Will there be a different reserve currency in the world? Probably in the next 30 years, but maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, I don't know. I don't know any of those things. I don't know if the stock market's going to go up. I don't know those things. But I do know that property values will go up. Okay, I know that taxes will go up. I know that inflation will go up. Okay. And I know that if you become a good investor and business person, that you will make money. That's what I know. And so when it's a question of, taking money out or putting money in or whatever, all I know is that I would rather choose a path of giving myself the greatest runway for success. And so you kind of got to choose, right? This is what I'm asking you to do. All right. I want you to choose here. Are you going for it? Are you going to become rich? Are you going to become financially independent? If so, then go all into that. Okay. If not, then really set up a plan for your 401k and your retirement and think about it. And if you're going to go down that road, then at least be smart. Have a smart retirement vehicle, perhaps a self-directed 401k plan, a solo 401k or something like that. If you're self-employed, then you're probably going down the other path. So, but my point is that if you're going to go down the corporate path and 9-to-5 job, then work that path as hard as you can and figure that out. But don't try and do a split path, okay, where you're not as good at either one of them and you fall in the pit. That's all I'm saying financially, is just don't fall in the pit.